What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven, and welcome back to the Bazaar. I think there's a few good options in our starting shop here with Pygmalion. Itlotl is an item that was featured pretty heavily in both of my 10-win games with Pig. I think I'm not going to pass up the ability to earn early income from the ATM. I think this is going to be what I go for. And the Jabalion Longbow would just be the strongest early game item that you could go for. And I have taken the briefcase before, but I wouldn't take it in a situation where there's actual good options. But I am going to go for the ATM. I think that the cool games that I've had so far with Pig, I've been able to pivot, and some early income I think will allow me to do that as well. We're going to grab the Strange Mushroom and just keep it for some XP, and then we'll battle for the drone to try to earn ourselves an insect wing. And I think that Pig is certainly a lot less strong than it used to be, though what I showed off in the previous video, the freeze build, I think is possibly still entirely possible right now. The bushel strategies are done with, and there's actually, Fort has changed now. Fort now can give you multicast on your slower items, which I think is a cool thing to potentially play around. So I'm interested in potentially trying out some stuff like that. I have also yet to make a HP build work on Pygmalion, and that's something that I think could be exciting. So that is definitely something I would be interested in. We're just going to return the crate, of course, whenever that is offered early game here. Oh, and can I sell back my medium item? No, I can buy more medium items. That's fine.
How do you hugelings use
Take a look at some medium options. All right, cash register, rewards card are both fine. Just for some econ, so I'll just grab both of these. We're not looking to win this first fight. We are just looking to build some econ here on day one, apparently. But that's all right. They will get a bronze tier skill. Could grab some extra shield, or I could roll. I think I'll roll. And could still grab some extra shield, but more so, where you have more extra health for each non-weapon you have. We'll just grab some extra shield here. And not going to be able to play any items. We're just going to go into it with the ATM and the Langzian, which it is possible this build could win. I don't have huge high hopes for it, but okay, textiles, not super exciting, but probably good enough. I mean, my opponent's items are certainly weaker than mine. In fact, they are... This is just going to be a shield off. And I'm going to have more shield than them, I believe. Yeah, certainly. I will have more shield than my opponent going into this final fight. So I win this. Great. Okay. I win in the sandstorm. Beautiful. I also somehow have more health than my opponent. Oh, because I leveled up. Right. Okay. Sure. Yeah. That's helpful in sandstorm battles. And starting off the video with a win feels pretty good. Textiles does nothing once you're in the sandstorm. If it triggered during the sandstorm, then yeah, maybe they could have healed and outpaced me by a little bit, but not gonna happen today. Let's actually do this. Slight optimization to increase the value of a spare change, I think, so I can sell through that easier. And now I will make use of my extra income here by getting 7 gold, and I think I will get even more income by heading into the jungle. Cool. That scales up the ATM even further. And while I do think non-weapons are good, I think I should probably just return the crate until I'm level 4. So we're going to send that back and then probably just fight up against a Skeeter because I'm not looking super strong just yet, but we actually did scale up the Langzian, and the Langzian could be, I'm not saying it is, but it could be an interesting item to make use of the multicast on Fort now. Though, I still have reservations about Fort's effectiveness. I think it's probably best with the other properties that charge 2 seconds whenever you use an item, and then those things are multicasting. Though I'm not entirely sold on that either. But all of that to say, I don't know how strong it could be to, like... I mean, if you can get Langsian down to 8 seconds and then it's still multicasting, but like once you get it down to 7.9, then it's no longer multicasting, and that's kind of a awkward restriction to put yourself in, I feel like. I'll grab the bronze tier loot. I'll probably just spend that scrap immediately. What else did I just grab? Oh, I just grabbed another insect wing. Right. Or not another. My first insect wing here. Interesting. Probably take a look at some medium items now. Sounds correct. Dog is fine with the cash register. It's not super powerful. But I should probably grab the dog and the longbow. I could also see grabbing longbow and rolling for something better than dog. But I think I should probably buy both, and then maybe just buy both and roll, and maybe replace the dog after this. Okay, we can level up the cash register. That actually feels quite good.
Oh, delivery is free. I like
And not going to worry about any of this other stuff, so I'm glad I picked up the dog. I could get a non-weapon item, or I could get 1 more XP from the strange mushroom. I think my cash is low enough, and I'm not going to hit level 4 by the end of the day, that I will just grab a non-weapon item, and that is not an item that I care for, really, so I might feed it to the dog here. I think it's pretty reasonable to feed some items to the dog right now. Yeah, I mean, selling the scrap makes a lot of sense. And I am fighting up against another pig? Interesting. Interesting. The more power I put into the dog, the more likely the longbow will be able to multicast. And if I win the fight, I scale the Langsian, which is a pretty nice reward. So you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to hang on to the insect wing. I'll even throw that there, though. I should be able to remember to switch in and out a spare change. And let's go for the fight with that. I didn't make the dog that much stronger. I gave it 9 more attack, I think, right? But that'll add up. And what could also add up is the fact that I am a level... No, I'm not a level up on my opponent. This player... Whoa, what the heck? 205? All right, well, they're looking to win early. Fair enough. Fair play to ya. I lose this fight for sure because they have gone all in on their early Regal Blade. And that's definitely a strategy. Not something I usually go for, but getting some early wins can definitely be strong. And again, yeah, let's just do that. So, a bit of a bummer. I could relax. What relaxing will allow me to do is battle the eccentric Aetherite, which could get me the rigged skill or the force field. Force field could also be reasonable. And then I'd probably go for Rogue Scrapper if Aetherite isn't available. I'm not sure that I need this for the Rogue Scrapper, but I'm fine. Oh, you know what? I could actually use that armor now and potentially find a day 4 fight escorting the convoy. That's probably worth it. There's just such cool items that you can get from this. Or we can grab some succulents. All right. That was not ideal, but now I get to use my armor towards the Aetherite. And this can be like a game-winning skill, so maybe that'll be interesting here for me. We'll see. The bow is only going to have 1 shot, but yeah, if we can win and scale up the Langsian, maybe that's helpful for me too. I think we do win because we relaxed. I think that's all it takes, really. And we might actually be able to get to a point where the longbow is cracking in. with that relax at the start of the fight here. Yeah, longbow will now crack in for 3. Cool. Just barely. Just barely. It's going to be able to... Yeah, it will be able to activate, and then we should just win in the sandstorm. It was close. One more barbed wire activation, and we were done for. But we do manage to find the win, and our reward is a golden scrap. Not the best reward, but a reward nonetheless. I could level up the Langsian. I can't level up the cash register, nor the ATM. Honestly, I think a bronze tier skill is fine here. And I think I'll roll rather than go for arbitrage. It's fine. I do want to win fights and scale the Langsian, but I don't think it's better than just like a left-handed longbow. Yeah, I think that this actually, like, getting me more stats to maybe win these combats is probably more a pressing issue. I'm not going to turn down some econ, though. And we will grab a money tree. I will sell the scrap to pick that up, and then we'll grab the money tree, and then we also have a safe, which we can sell off for 3 spare change, so we're definitely making a lot of spare change work for us here. Non-weapon items. I feel like I should find something else to buy before the end of the day. So I am going to go to Kina.
Discounts for peace.
Because I really don't want to go into the fight down an item. Not going to buy a silver fixer-upper nor a bushel. So let's roll. I find weights, which gives all your weapons plus 5 damage every 5 seconds, or adjacent weapons plus 5 damage every 4 seconds. That is an important breakpoint in that I can activate it twice before using the longbow for the first time. I'm not healing, so the weights don't seem immediately impactful. Could also use it to scale up the ATM, which is more useful, assuming I'm not playing up against a poison player. Sure, I'll give it a shot here. I'm going to sell out of some spare change here. This gains 10 heal. Oh, so this is not even scaling something that I really care about. Yeah, I said I'm going to go for the Ganjo. I guess this does also scale up these things, but I think the fact that this scales up the ATM, which is activating twice as often as the dog, is relevant. Oh, this is leftmost weapon. Well, glad I caught that. We will instead order it like this. Beautiful. And I will need to sell out of one more thing. I'll just sell out of the succulents so that we've got space for 2 more spare change from the cash register. All right. Did not get that much more powerful today. Though the left-handedness for the Jabalian longbow is good. I do see some poison here as well, which is always a little bit awkward to see. They do have multiple friends, so the pulse rifle is not going to be that good. And does the longbow get the 3x? Just barely misses out on the 3x, unfortunately. And now I've got some poison on me, so the ATM is probably not going to be able to carry me, unfortunately. And I'm done. We're 1-2 now. And winning the first day is actually the worst day to win, because I could still lose and prestige down on day 6. So kind of a bummer. Buys your medium items. Might have to... Do I have any medium items in here? Not really that I want to get through, but I'll consider it if we find some better stuff. Yo-yo charged out by the Ganjo and in my left hand. It's interesting. I don't actually think it's that good, though. It's a 4-second cooldown, though, so it's about the same as this. Maybe I should go for the yo-yo. I mean, I'll pick it up. It's pretty cheap. What else do we have here? I've got a bronze fixer-upper. That's probably good. And then could throw in a Haladi as well for the fact that if I want to put in the yo-yo, I'm going to have room for one more item. And then we'll grab the fixer-upper. It's a little early in the day to be picking up the fixer-upper, but I think it's fine. Oh, maybe I should have just sold out of the dog right there, huh? Possibly. But maybe we find the crook, and it's all worth it.
I'm pretty laid back.
Dog upgrade could be fine. I've got the... Oh, I just got rid of the tree. The tree is the combo with the dog. I mean, cash register, also a combo with the doggy. And I could just sell through these things that I picked up. Sure, I'll buy it.
Toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to
It's
your
definitely an upgrade. And this is also an upgrade, too. So, these things seem fine.
If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Now, oh, we get a silver skill. Cool, cool, cool. What does this one do? If you have at least 7 items in play, your weapons deal plus 20 damage. Oh, this is new to me. If you have at least 7 items in play, does mean I gotta play a lot of items. I'd have to cut, this is only 6. So I would have to play, probably that means 4 small items, which is not typically how I build the piggy. So I think I'm going to ignore that because, yeah, I think I'd rather go for, like, properties. This is pretty good at this stage of the game and would actually make me consider cutting the ATM for this. That seems neat. Sure. Plus 100 health for each weapon you have. I'm going to get plus 500 health from that. That should make me considerably stronger, I think, for right now. Outlands Dervish, your items have some crit chance. The Retiree is when you heal, your shield items scale. And could pick up, like, a bushel, which I don't think is that good anymore. Then the other option is Flame Juggler, which now that I have all that bonus health, I could probably get through the burn. I just saw something on Reddit that said Flame Juggler, I believe it was Flame Juggler, it was talking about, deals 666 burn damage exactly. And maybe I just like the benefit of the Brawler is I'm just getting 1 bonus XP here. I think that's a reasonable bonus to be playing for. So yeah, let's battle up against the Juggler. If Reddit's calculations are correct, I should survive here. I mean, that's not including the lighter, but still I should survive with about 600 health by the time all of this burn is through. And looks like that's going to be just about the case here. This, I guess, is keeping it high, but it mostly fell off. I don't know. We'll take it. Cinders is just dog food. That's all it is. I will cycle through the spare change and maybe I'll throw this here. I'd like to upgrade the ATM and grab more income from that play, but just might not be possible. I think I will push my luck here again, trying to find more encounters while I'm feeling strong. And sure, I'll just take on the Flame Juggler again. Why not?
Let's start the show.
This is a reasonable interesting item on Pig, I'll say. It's an interesting item. Seems cute. And if we did it before, we should be able to do it again here. I think I will be selling through the ATM right now, just to... I mean, I'm going to have to sell through it by the end of the day if I want to keep the fixer-upper and the... oh, that's going to upgrade the cinders. That means I can't sell it for double dog food. I guess I will just sell cinders for double dog food. It's hard to upgrade your burn on this hero, but I don't think I'm going to play for that, really. Just grab another silver tier loot, a feather. Cool. And don't know if I really want to use the feather just yet, but I could. Let's take a look at the economic items on offer here first. Masterpiece is cool, but like I am just so beyond out of room right now. I basically have a full bench. Oh, I'm also scaling the Langsian by taking on more combats. That's cool. If I masterpiece, then I can't use the cash register, and I want to use the cash register. I think I will hang on to the fixer-upper for now because I already have it. The only other thing I could see doing is like cycling through the shipment, which it's dog food, but that's not really why I'm going for it. I would be going for it just because it seems interesting. Give me 3 small silver tier items. I think I'm just going to hang on to my items here, unfortunately. So maybe I shouldn't have visited Prospero here, realizing that I just didn't have the room to play anything they were offering. James Pham, a legendary encounter. Let's sell out of this and take them on. One thing I'm curious, now that like legendary players are going to stand out more, well, it's also going to make me as a bronze player stand out a little bit more. But yeah, I'm like really curious to like get some insight into their builds and into their hero selection. They do have 2 more skills than I do at this point. Maybe that's how you get legendary. You just always get skills off of your encounters. Can't really play for that. Looks like they are going to win here as they are dealing more damage to me than I am to them. And that was with my bonus 500 health even, so. Awkward. And we'll do this again. Great. So now we are 1 and 3. I could get a property. I could go to Barkin, sell off 2 spare change. It's fine. I don't really have any room for the property. I could feed the dog some chocolate. They don't really have any room for the chocolate either. Let's go to Barkin and see if they have anything cool. That's going to be a roll. Huh. A golden beehive. Honestly, not what I expected to go for. But golden's an interesting opportunity. Also, bees are dog food. Dog eat bee.
This is a gift at any price. Oh no.
Probably sell through the halati here.
I'll never resell this.
Just because I'm going to need the room.
On behalf of the
And then, like, I could just sell this bee right away to Barkin.
Anyway,
I haven't seen bees be great. I'm tempted to try it, though. I don't know. Maybe these bees are just dog food. At which point, then it's kind of a waste because it's a gold beehive. I want to try the beehive. You know, I think that, like, part of what I'm here to do in creating Bazaar content is looking for some Bazaar content and trying some things that I'm not really seeing other players do necessarily. So maybe let's see if we can make the bees work. I'm going to take a look for more medium items because I think the crook or a beehive upgrade could both be really fantastic. I could use the bees to also power up a regal blade. That's interesting. Should I have that as an option? The regal blade. I'm looking like I gotta sell the fixer-upper here. Oh, this is a property. Okay. I don't need to hang on to my properties. I think I'm gonna need to... Yeah, maybe... Maybe we can make the regal blade work with a bunch of bees. Let's buy the regal blade first, maybe sell the Ganjo and the yo-yo. Well, for right now, I just need to sell the Ganjo to buy the vending machine. And I'm now full up with that last bee, and I could buy another property. That will give me yet another bee. So how quickly will this get better than the Langsian? It doesn't seem like it's going to get that better that quickly. I think I'm unlikely to be able to use both the cash register and the vending machine. And this has a 3 on it, which is just better for the dog. So I'll give it a shot. Maybe I could use both. Then I have to toss the Langsian. I feel like the Langsian is just so much better than the Regal Blade for right now. If I don't want to sell the bees, which I don't. So something's got to give here. It's going to be this. Maybe it could have just been the Langsian. Yeah. Let's grab the snow globe because it gives me another bee.
I want you to be happy.
And then let's see what our encounters can be. Oh, if I get diamond bees with Sabertooth, that's really cool. Trashtown Mayor could also be really good. When you sell a small item, increase this damage by +1 damage. That is really fantastic. And that could be really good. What is Trashtown Mayor doing otherwise? Yeah, they're playing with dogs. Just trying to think about what I want to field against them. It's probably just this. And I don't think I'm going to hang on to the snow globe forever. Am I really just buying the bees for blade and dog food? That's really silly, but yeah, it might be the route that we go. I'm also trying to think if I have lethargy, increasing the Regal Blade's cooldown and the dog's cooldown by 30%. 30% is not quite going to get them to 8 seconds so that Fort could multicast them. Just something you got to think about. I think I'm going to toss a bee. And I'm going to try to make...
Ready when you are.
The dog. I'm just concerned that Trashtown Mayor might be a little bit tough, though I do have more starting health than them. So it's probably fine. Alright, I'll hang on to my bee for now. I'm probably going to have to sell it off at the end of combat, but really hoping to either get augmented weaponry or the dog. Shielded brass knuckles, not really what I'm looking for. Temporary shelter, definitely not. Augmented defenses, maybe I could work with. It also kind of requires an armored enchant on one of these two. But yeah, it seems like an interesting way to play this. And I would not mind a gold dog either. I think that would also really reward me for sort of going for this strategy. Of just making bees and selling bees. We get the pepper spray. Kind of a bummer. I think I'm just going to wind up making and selling bees for now, but we'll grab the pepper spray. Oh, I can upgrade a silver or lower tier item. So, vending machine, I'm pretty sure, does not scale in any capacity. Like, that number's never going to become 4. Just going to give me, yeah, better spare change and better chocolate bars. I'll get gold copies of either of them. I could level up the dog here or the Regal Blade. It might be Regal Blade. And I'm kind of thinking that because I lost to a Regal Blade player, it would go from 20 to 30. And what about dog? What is this card called again? Oh, it's literally just called dog. Okay. Dog goes from 6 to 9. So either way, it's a 50% increase. This is bigger. This triggers off of other things. Or I could grab a silver tier skill. Kind of want to go for silver tier skill. Because, like, maybe the bees are just good and I play bees if I find a diamond beehive, too. It doesn't need to just be dog food. Though it probably will be. To be or not to be is, like, definitely the name of this video, right? There's a lot of skills that are just a swing and a miss, though. Maybe let's upgrade the Regal Blade and go for it. Problem is I don't have... I'm not, like, selling through all of these bees today. Maybe I am. Yeah, okay. Sure. Golden Regal Blade. Let's try it. I'm not sure how interesting this is compared to some other crazier builds, but we'll try it here. Oh, and I have to sell weapons, so maybe we can churn through some bronze weapons, and then I immediately find Crook, huh? Okay, well that probably means that I just sell through all of these bees and play the Crook. Yeah, probably.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Let's just sell through this stuff. Buy the Crook.
Go make some more
Roll.
stories, and come back and tell me.
This is reasonable, right? Plus 40 on a multicast. So currently it's as strong as the dog. It's already stronger than the Langsian. So I'll probably grab it. Though I could just grab the Atlatl. And... yeah, alright. I'm over this. Let me see how strong the Atlatl is.
Make me proud.
It's currently activating every 6 seconds for 80 damage. I think that I should hang on to the Atlatl, but probably buy the flail for the time being. I could also try double whammy, because I do have a considerable amount more health over my opponents, and then like I could play some small items. So that would just be like a different build. That would just look like... yeah, I would have this much health. And I would play the double whammy and then also the pepper spray. And no Crook. And then I would probably use these things on the double whammy. Get some nice cooldown reduction on it, which is something that I'm interested in doing. I don't think it's really the tree we've been barking up so far this video, though. I think what we've been looking to do is this. Is just buy some weapons, and we'll figure out the rest later. The awkward thing here is... yeah, I think I am going to go for max cooldown reduction on the Regal Blade. And I'm going to sell through all of these things because I want to get max vending machine value. And we'll get the vending machine on one of those things, too. All right, great. Sells items, get a small weapon to sell through. That's probably reasonable. Sure. Cool. And I'll be just selling right through this slingshot and battling with this. This is boring so far, to be sure. I recognize we're being boring, but maybe the bees are making it somewhat interesting. Maybe not. Up against a pufferfish barrel build, so not much has changed. Still see some similar builds to last time, but maybe we can just knock them dead before it matters. The Regal Blade clears their armor, but they're just going to get more and more armor here. Yeah, you can never beat this barrel. This item is just ridiculous. Okay, I'm dead. Dang. So, tomorrow, if I can't win the fight, I will lose 6 prestige and I will prestige down. I get all chocolate. Definitely not doing super hot right now, and I know that they nerfed Crook. But we'll see if we can turn it around here with a good investment. Upgrade your leftmost property. Oh, cool. Okay. To be or not to be? I want to try... I mean, it would be really bad against the Vanessa I just played against, but I want to try... Diamond Bee Hive. That seems cool to me. So, do I look for medium items and look for properties? Probably. What was this? Or do I just go to the mountain pass and try to have another encounter? There are some... I need to find some properties now.
I'll help you
Cool.
find who does.
Oh, this is not a property. This is an aquatic vehicle. Briefcase is free, so I will probably grab that.
Oh, delivery's free.
Let's see if we can get a property here.
Exercise.
Can upgrade flail. I kind of need to enchant the Bee Hive and then maybe buy some properties. Maybe that could be interesting. Sure. We'll look for an opportunity to do that maybe. I could have taken Grindstone. It was fine at gold tier, but... I did also see Loan Shark is terrible now. But I wonder if there's... anything else I can use that's good from any of these other things. Foreman, no, not really. So I think I probably will just go for Loan Shark. Your weapons have plus damage equal to your income is pretty cool and strong and good. So I'll go for that. Let's sell out of those things so we get a little bit stronger dog going into the fight here. Cash Cannon would be interesting. ATM is definitely the best pickup, though, because it gives me a bee. And then maybe I can make diamond bees happen. Seems fun to me. Even though that comp is going to be a lot weaker. It'd be cool. Okay, nice. So let me sell out of this, probably. And then, sure, I'll just do this. Actually, we'll be able to put it on this, but... Cool. All right, let's take a look at my Diamond Bee. Busy Bee. Diamond tier. Very cute. And it's good with the Brawler. I could just have a board full of bees. I think I'm going to need a gold skill. Let's see what we can find. Ooh, plus 300 max health for each diamond tier item you have. That could be a bunch of bees. And then the hammer? And then I find a hammer again? I'm into it. This is the comp. Sells property items. Oh, we could bird up here. All right, we're going full pivot. Full pivot for bees. I'm going to have too many bees. We're going to need the lemonade stand here. I think I might just sell off. The problem is I do still kind of need this comp, but I'm not going to worry about it. This seems fun.
I'll make good use of this acreage.
I want this.
Gold may not be my goal, but you won't see me say no to it.
No, I mean, this is so cool. Look at this. Look how much max health I'm going to have. Heal equal to 5% of your max health for, yeah, that much. Seems cool. Let's keep this, though. I think I might need this. And let's keep the dog probably. Fixer-upper, I will just cycle through.
Perhaps someday we'll discuss some more
And then Igloo,
serious transaction.
I will just purchase.
I'm the seller.
And then let's roll and buy all these things as well. And I might
I'll
legitimately...
waive the inspection. I am motivated.
I
It's
might
good to
just
know who
try
has
to
in this town.
play a board full of bees.
No one can say that wasn't a fair deal.
Maybe could have bought those in the other order, but
Here, quickly now.
this is fine. This is a good thumbnail regardless, right? Look at all this max health here. This has got to be good. I could... With one more bee, I've got full bees, which is cool. That's what we're playing for right now. We're playing for the YouTube thumbnail, or I could sell off all of these to get a little bit of damage, but, like, here's the cool thing. This hasn't even calculated yet. I've got a ridiculous amount of max health. I might need to enchant this and then try doing all of this again tomorrow, but maybe this will work. Do I want a small tool that I can easily fit in? A weapon from the docks? Or to go to Curio, cycle through some weapons, and actually make the Regal Blade good again. And I'll get some more max health. Alright, let's go to Curio. Yeah, I think the Regal Blade will be fine.
Rise and grab something.
So let's just buy all of these things here. All of them that are weapons, at least.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
I can probably sell through the snow globe. That's fine.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Yeah, any weapon is good to sell through.
Trash is trash.
That's still fine.
Reuse everything.
That's worth 1 gold,
Wars by
sure.
rusty circuits to see
And then
that
we'll
fine.
roll and we'll do it again. Is this a property? Oh, I found a property. Well, at the very least, what I need to do here... Are there any other small items? Leftmost weapon. Sure, that can be...
You're doing your part to clean
That
up
can be my
the
main
bazaar.
bee. Sure.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Just going to sell through all the small items while I have the lemonade stand, and then I'm going to toss the lemonade stand.
That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Probably just buy this, too. Yeah.
Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything.
Okay. I'm done with the small items, right? I'm not grabbing the scrap. Yeah. And now I just want to cycle through the temporary shelter. So let's sell the lemonade stand, because I want to use this on all of my bees. Grab the temporary
Wars by
shelter.
rusty circuits to see that find a home.
Cool. All right, now let's take a screenshot. I probably take a screenshot on a page where this looks more reasonable. But I definitely cut both of these bees for the actual fight here. Not that I think I've got too huge of a shot for the actual fight. But the only way that we realistically get there is by selling through all of these bees. And I mean, it is Vanessa. They could have something like a katana, and then they're attacking me and I just get to rip through them with a bunch of bees. Even still, like, they probably have a huge katana. I'm just trying to figure out if the bees are better than a dog. And honestly, I think that they are, because the only way that I actually win is if the bees are good. And so, yeah, I think that this is better than the dog. This is also only a 2-win Vanessa. So maybe they haven't put something incredible together, or maybe they're just pufferfish barrel, and this build does absolutely nothing. Looks like that's what it is. So if that's the case, I don't even really know. I'm going to have to look at the Bee Hive to see. Oh, you can't even enchant Bee Hive. So, yeah, I've got no shot here. Not going to be able to break through the barrel. I do have so much health. Wait a minute. No way I win this just by having a ridiculous amount of health, right? Right? Yeah, okay, no way. If the sandstorm rolls in, like, now, maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Just playing more diamond items is a lot more health. Wow, if I can win this because we can get to sandstorm quickly, I just don't even think we can. I think one more barrel activation and my opponent beats me in the sandstorm here. Yeah, that's so awkward. Barrel's just really good. I'm like looking like I could win here, but they're just going to have way too much armor for the sandstorm. The only thing you could do about that is like armor doesn't work in the sandstorm, but I think just barrel needs to get changed. It's just way too good. So, what can we do about it now? In enchantment, all you can enchant Bee Hive with is golden. And then it has, when you buy a property, gain 1 gold. I could put an enchantment on Regal Blade. I think I'm just going to have to grab a free diamond tier item. And that is double max health. Okay. Alright, well, we've made something happen here, at the very least. What we've made is a board that can put out ridiculous max health. And I just need to find the hammer. So maybe I just like full rush for the hammer. Because look how much, I mean, I would need to play, realistically, I'll wind up playing 1 less diamond item. Realistically, I would have this many diamond items because this would basically be the hammer. So, yes, still a lot. I think it's probably something like 5,000. So then the hammer's hitting for 1K. I've used up all of my feathers and stuff too, which isn't great. But still, maybe there's a way to make all of this work. Sure, this is fine for now. Let's go to Midsworth. Might be selling off the dog here. There's the golden hammer. There is also Pig's Gym. But I think it has to be double whammy. Golden hammer now, 15% of my max health is considerably more. Maybe I could upgrade this too. For now, let's get rid of this. I am going to sell through the dog here. And I think I keep the Bee Hive, but I'm not positive. Now could be a fine time to sell out of Bee Hive. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have gone to... Do I even want to just get random diamond items that I'm just going to sell through? No, I don't think that's good economy. So yeah, taking out one bee, but still playing the belt, means that this hits for 1,200 twice. That can kill people. So yeah, it's probably fine. So maybe some cooldown reduction for this guy could be good. If I can make it diamond, then I get a little bit more value out of it too. I don't know how exactly to make it diamond. Also, these bees got mixed around, but I feel like there's possibly something here. It's already rivaling the Regal Blade. The Regal Blade could definitely get to be better than this if I sold through some properties, which is like something that I have to consider. But if I like put the Regal Blade in, all of a sudden this is only hitting for 1k. That could be worth it too. Slightly less double whammy, but then also have the Regal Blade in there, because I was close to winning my last fight. And if that's the plan, should I make the Regal... Is it worth it to make the Regal Blade a little bit better by picking up, like... Well, actually, the pawn shop's pretty tough to pick up, isn't it? I'd have to sell out of rewards card, which is doable. I think I could sell rewards card for pawn shop. Pawn shop will pay for itself. And also, interestingly, could be a max health item if I'm able to give it more value. It is awkwardly good with the rewards card. So I kind of want to keep that, but maybe I'll just find another rewards card later. Big decisions to be had here. I can definitely freely sell out of 1B, because this doesn't count my things in my stash. But let's buy the pawn shop. I think it'll be fine for us ultimately. Like, I think it'll pay for itself. And then I will probably just grab silver tier loot. Oh no, this is a lot of gold. I have 10 weapons, 20 gold. Yeah, sure. It's a nice injection there. Relax, but it is... Wait, what was the small item I was looking for? I forget. I mean, anything kind of works with the pawn shop. Relax, today's day 7. Is there anything interesting coming up on day 7? Maybe. Maybe there's some stuff. Can't really plan for everything. Do have a lot of cash. I could spend it on Andy. But I kind of want to find ways to maybe increase my max health. And this definitely only works while it's in play, right? Oh, it's kind of tough to tell. Oh, I can check it like this. 7, 8, 40. So this should be 7, 7, 80. Why did this go up? 7, 7, 7, 8, 40. 7, 8, 40. Wait, does the pawn shop just work when it's here? Some items work on the bench. This doesn't work on the bench, right? No, it doesn't. So it's confusing. But it looks like the pawn shop is working while I'm not playing it, which would certainly be an extra incentive to go to Andy and cycle through a bunch of items. They're more or less all free. All the bronze items are free, and scale this and scale some other things. Alright, I guess I'm going to do that.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste.
So let's go ahead and cycle out this bee
You wanna buy
and then just buy
that?
through all of this stuff.
Excellent choice.
They're also... Oh, it was going down because it's a weapon. This clearly only counts the weapons that I have in play. Okay, I think all of this was maybe a waste of time. My bad. We're learning here. Hey, I'm learning here. That's fine. Alright, so Shock Trooper... Not relevant for me ever. Thug, enemy cooldowns are increased by 1 second. Sounds great. Deals damage equal to 20% of your enemy's max health. Not exactly what I'm looking for. And then Spices. Your weapons gain damage equal to your weakest weapons damage. Not great either. But Bonk is really good. Sergeant Suds, your leftmost item has plus 15 value during combat.
Time is money.
And then also heal equal to 10% of your max health. When you heal, gain 20% max health for the fight. But value during combat, plus 15 value is honestly not that much. So I should lose 400 exactly, down to 7,440. Yeah, I don't know. Something about this is definitely bugged. But whatever. I'm going to go for Thug. I think that Thug has the biggest high roll potential with the Bonk skill. Oh, the Anchor's actually really good against me. But yeah, double whammy is all that it takes here. And this is just bonus. Actually, this is just going to kill them, isn't it? That's fine. But this does make me feel like, okay, most opponents I should be able to kill 13 or so seconds in. Oh, this is a Diamond Spices. Oh, interesting. I did not know that these spices were diamond. That is pretty spicy. I thought they were silver. So I could give all of my weapons damage equal to the bee. I mean, it seems like... it's probably useful. Oh, though, it takes off a weapon. So I do lose a little bit of power on the double whammy. That's not great. Alright, let's see what Pole has for me. If I can upgrade the double whammy, that could be game-winning. Doesn't look like I have it here. I could use another item. This gains shield equal to the value of that item for the fight. I could just cycle through these items to get bees. I don't think that that's super useful. It does scale up my bees by 15. Honestly, I think it's a waste. I just want double whammy. I don't find it. Find Fixer Upper, Lemonade Stand, which is good. Lemonade Stand actually a nice combo with everything else I'm doing too. Maybe I do buy that. I sell through all 4 bees. Buy Lemonade Stand, sell through the final bee. And that just gives me a little bit more max health, and I just want every piece of max health that I can find. Sure. I think it's good. And I think it's also probably right for me to sell through all of these bees before the fight anyways.
This money. What should I do with it?
There is also like an interesting scenario where like if I want to play spices, There's maybe like a Regal Blade Spices build where Spices just doubles the power of the Regal Blade. It's probably not right. There's some interesting ideas there, though. All right, well, let's see what we get on the final shop of the day here. Sells tools, get a shield item, get some chocolate bars. Oh yeah, chocolate bars increase your max health, don't they? And with a lemonade stand, even more so. So, the only question is, how do I want to keep around the pawn shop to get more value out of all the chocolate bars, or do I just want to get as much max health as I possibly can? And I think it's probably just get as much max health as I possibly can, because that could keep me alive. I don't love tossing the spices, but I think I might have to. Could also toss a bee and keep the spices. Give everything plus 155. I mean, it's technically fine because then it goes on to the double whammy. So I get to make reasonable use out of it. Sure, I'll play spices. Yeah, it's better than my weakest bee. You are the weakest bee. Goodbye. And then let's grab 5 gold tier chocolate bars. Sell through them. Get a little bit more max health. And fight up against a 0-win Vanessa. And get incredibly embarrassed if we manage to lose this one. All it takes is getting to 12 seconds, not getting the double whammy slowed too much, not dying 12 seconds in, which it's kind of hard to die with 4 times more health than my opponent. And then this does just one-shot my opponents. Especially when it's got another plus 155 from the spices. So yeah, they might heal up with the flagship, but I think double whammy just kills them. Well, bam. All right, win number 2. Only took to day 7, but we managed to find another win there. Yeah, and in like some funky world where you play like spices double whammy as like your only weapon, I could find a way to get more cooldown on this potentially. There's some interesting ideas here for sure. For sure. And the most important thing is this is a unique comp. I think that's the most important thing. Do I care about what Gumball can offer? It can offer max health. It's also lemonade stand. I think that lemonade stand probably counts as a heal and regen item, but double whammy does not. And then I could also, like, the gumballs are going to be, some will give me health. They will all give me lemonade. Oh, this is smart. Put the spices, put the left hand on my spices. That's probably right. Gumballs are heal and regen items. I think I'll just grab 5 gumballs. I wanted to check this out. How it looks to chew 5 gum. And we get a little bit of extra max health from that, which is extra damage. Seems cool to me. And now I can enchant something with heal effects, haste effects, burn effects. Let's think. So I want to see how that looks on the spices and the belt, if I'm even given an option to do that. No, belt cannot handle any enchantments. What about spices? Spices can. So haste 2 items for 6 seconds. Restorative, your heal items gain heal equal to your weakest heal items heal. Okay, and burn is the same thing. I think the answer here is probably to grab lifesteal effectively on the Regal Blade. Or potentially on the double whammy, if the plan is to go all in on the double whammy. Oh, I gotta see how haste works on all of these other things too. Okay, yeah. So Busy Bee is probably gonna haste 1 item for 1 second. Yeah. Regal Blade is going to haste 2 items for 2 seconds, and then Double Whammy would have absolutely pointless haste on it. I didn't even... Oh yeah, Double Whammy. Haste 3 items for 2 seconds, but like also, who cares?
Yours don't take lunch breaks. Where's your hustle?
So it's like a reasonable... If I haste this, it's got a reasonable chance to land on the Double Whammy. Feel like healing on the Regal Blade certainly feels strong. Oh. Lemonade Stand gives this double heal. Not super useful. Haste 3 items for 2 seconds. Probably not looking to play it. But there is an interesting part of Lemonade Stand. When you enchant it with Burn, you can give your leftmost burn item +1 burn, but doesn't really feel like that's what we're doing here today. So I do think it's possibly haste on the Regal Blade. I don't know how long I'm necessarily keeping around the Regal Blade, but I could see a world where it's just Spice's Regal Blade Double Whammy, slowly replace these Busy Bees. Though the Busy Bees, their uniqueness was that they were a bunch of small diamond items. But I might be able to find other small diamond items throughout the rest of this run. I found Spices. I think the Regal Blade's big enough that I probably do just throw heal on it and call it a day, huh? Yeah, I think so. I think that I'm not beating the Regal Blade activations here. Skill upgrades. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. That could be awesome. Please do not give me this or this. This sounds awesome. Dang it. All right. Yeah, I guess playing a bee over this could have been reasonable. I'm kind of off of that now. But this still gives me an extra 400 health. So, sure. And then we are on another fight here. This is day 8. Cosmic Rock, we know by now. Looking for the feather is probably our best option, though. The thrusters for this could be interesting. Incendiary Rounds really does nothing. And then Dr. Vortex does not have any diamond items. So the first time you freeze, burn, slow, poison, and haste, charge an item 2 seconds. That could be interesting, though. Not really looking to make use of that right this second. I think, yeah, we just always fight the Cosmic Rock and hope to pick up a feather. I could have sold through gumballs before we did this fight, but not a big deal. Yeah, this would be pretty nice for me. This is almost just one-shotting these opponents, which is cool. Don't even get to use the double whammy, which is not as cool, but
I've come too far to
that is absolutely terrible. Oh, get 3 small items or a diamond tier item. Diamond tier item could replace the bees and not feel too bad about it. Buys your large at +3, sells small and medium. No, I don't think that's what I'm going for. I mean, smalls are fine, but we do have 2 interesting options here. Get a diamond tier item or get 3 small items. And 3 small items will... I mean, they could be diamond. I don't really know how Bazaar Con works, to be honest. I don't know if I've ever clicked this. In the interest of trying new things, this is interesting, but I think it's also pretty good to just use spices on the Regal Blade, and then I'm battling through potentially I'm strong enough to battle through some armor builds. So let's just grab a diamond tier item. That is going to be Magma Core at the start of each fight. Burn 15. I think that's just going to be sold for 8. Yeah, burn 15. I mean, I could have used it on the fiery lemonade stand, but don't think that's going to be useful for me here. Just fight the Wandering Shoal. The one benefit that you can do is now my smallest, but I'm losing 100 health for, or I'm losing 200 health for losing a weapon. So I'm losing only 50, only, what was that? 60 times 2, 120 damage on the double whammy. Huh. But I'll just play this, though. It's fine. Wandering Shoal. Did not look them up, but when you slow charge an item 1 second, yeah, it doesn't look like they've got anything super great for me. But we'll grab an easy win here regardless. I guess this got slowed.
It's all about motivation. You gotta know what you're fighting for.
We'll sell all of these things off before the fight here, which is coming around the corner. Definitely don't want shield skills. Weapon skills would be something like... What would weapon skills even be like right now? There is one skill, it's like whenever you use your slowest weapon, freeze stuff, but that's not that good for me. Does Pig care about large things? I really have no clue what the pools are here. And I don't really know how to look them up on How Bazaar, to be honest. Oh, hero. Can I sort by hero? And can I sort pig only? No, it doesn't look like I can, really. I think there's probably an interesting weapon skill that's like damage equal to your gold or damage equal to their value, which is terrible with the bees, but maybe has some other interesting elements. Yeah, we gotta go for this one. This is damage equal to your income. So all of my weapons would have plus 24. When you crit, your weapons gain 5. So I either give all of my weapons plus 24 damage, which feels pretty small, or I roll and look for something even... I'll roll and look for something crazier. All of your weapons deal 10. Your weapons have 10% crit chance. Your leftmost weapon gets plus 10. Let's certainly go for this before I ever go for that. 10% to crit, though. Why does this only have 1% crit chance? Everything else has so much more. Yeah, we'll grab 10% crit chance. That's fine.
Today you have become
nothing super exciting, but it's something. And then I'm going to sell out of all of these things. Get 2 more crit chance there. And a 3-win Vanessa. This is definitely possible. Definitely possible. I did really not get that much stronger today, but I think my build is reasonably strong anyways. Shielded Cutlass. Yeah, this looks like a weak build. I think I battle for this. Exactly 1 weapon. It has lifesteal and crit. They've got some crit elsewhere, but I think double whammy still one-shots them. We'll see how much armor they're able to build up. And these things attacking pretty close to each other. It doesn't look like it really mattered, but we get the win regardless. All right, I'll take it. Cool. It's win number 3, making me 3-5. Okay. 3-5 is respectable. And I did not... Maybe I should have reran that fight to see like how much health I still had. Curio for the Regal Blade or chocolate bars? Chocolate bars are tempting, huh? Chocolate bars are always good. My lemonade stand's a little bit weak. Chocolate bars just feel so good with this hero, but I don't know. Pumping up the restorative Regal Blade also seems nice. I almost feel like I'm getting to the point in the game where I just want to go for like the bronze chocolate bars and actually save my cash. I think I'm going to do that. This might seem a little bit wacky because max health is so important, but now I can potentially buy a better skill here from Nufu, and that could be priceless. 5% more crit chance, a little bit more max health, or roll and still have enough cash to buy a gold tier skill. I think I like 5% more crit chance, though. I think I'm good with that. Cool. I think that's a good value add. Death Knight Reaper, wait, that's not the same as what I'm doing. Death Knight Reaper is similar to Anchor. It deals a percentage of their damage. I can't really see myself getting into Pharaoh's Khan because that would make my one weapon so slow. But that could be really funky and funny. Blood Reef Captain. I don't have a vehicle. Don't really have anything to make that work. Yeah, not going to go for them. What else does Pharaoh's Khan have? I could just play the sniper rifle. No, I don't think so. Oh, I could use the silencer with the double whammy. It's an interesting proposition. Silencer making this a 9-second cooldown. That could add up. I think I will probably go for Death Knight Reaper, but it is awkward that I'm a bad build against them. Because they've got a weapon that hits for 1/3 of my max health. And when you use a weapon with lifesteal, freeze a smaller item for 2 seconds. It's not really a skill I can make that good of use out of because...
that money's not gonna earn itself.
Yeah.
Go.
I wish I could disable those voice lines. They always make me lose my train of thought. I feel like this is a little bit of a liability. They only have to hit me with the Sith twice, or 3 times rather. They do have a low enough health total still that it's probably just Pharaohs here. Silencer could be good. Disguise could be interesting. Because maybe it gives me something neat. I'll just battle for Pharaohs. I think I could beat any of them here. But I'm also just like not worried about the sniper rifle. The sniper rifle has to hit me twice. More than that if it doesn't crit. So it really just never does enough to me. So that's kind of cool. I don't think I ever need that skill. Don't think I ever need the Shadowed Cloak either, unfortunately. Each property, I will just grab a gold tier loot. Some more regen. Just sell out of that. And what do we have here? Medium items, gumballs. Medium items could be a Regal Blade upgrade. Though it's not that important at this stage of the game. I probably just go for gumballs for crit. Yeah, I think that's right. Makes sense to me. Gumballs for crit. No crit there. A little bit of extra damage. And a little bit crit. Cool. Buys your large items, get a small shield. I probably go to... Oh, jewels can give me more max HP. I could also go to Quixel, try to pump up the blade, but I think I will just get some temporary HP from jewels. That's kind of funny. 10% of your max health, yeah. Cool. Oh, could I have done better than that? I could have... Yes. I could have put this in before clicking that button, and I would have had slightly higher max health before I increased it by 10%. Oh, I also could have sold off all of those gumballs first. I'm up against a legendary player encounter, battling for win number 4 with the double whammy. Let's see if we can get it done here. They've also got some diamond items. Deadly Solar Farm. Your items gain crit chance. So they're going to burn me down, but they need to kill me by 12 seconds. I think this is just a win. Yeah, double whammy just clears this board. Cool. Wabam. Not even particularly close. That makes me feel good. Facing up against a legendary 7-win player. It's got to make you feel at least a little bit more confident, right? What else? Oh, diamond tier items. Oh, and it just sells them? Oh, that's beautiful.
That weasel Andy claims to sell luxury.
Skyscraper. Have not seen this one in a while. Oh, succulents probably would have been great for me. Deal damage equal to 3 times the value of your items. Huh. I mean, I'm never pivoting onto Skyscraper here. It costs 8 to roll, and then 48 to buy something. So I've got exactly that much cash. I don't think I have enough high-value items to make the Skyscraper work. Lottle does nothing. Twice the value of the adjacent items. When you shield, your shield items scale. Oh, that's pretty crazy, too. If we played this, we could cut a bee, put it in between the belt and the regal blade, and then it's shielding for 64 every 4 seconds. I mean, yeah, really not that useful. The main incentive is that we could cut the bees with the spices and stuff. Yeah, I mean, the bees are really not doing anything for me. And I would like to cut them, but I don't think that any of these items are it.
Go on, back into your swamp of
I think it's Fort. I think Fort is what I want. Yeah, Fort for another multicast. Grab a triple whammy. That seems good. That's not Fort. That's Landscraper. The first time you die each turn, heal for 50% of your max health. Your heal items, which the Regal Blade is, have +1 multicast. Huh. That actually kind of does it. It's big enough that then I can't play the spices, which I would actually want to play at that point. I could even see pivoting off of this thing too. The other option here is I could sell the spices or sell the Bee Hive. I think I'd want to keep the Bee Hive because it'll let me continue to pump up the Regal Blade. +1 multicast on the Regal Blade does seem quite good. So am I selling out of all 3 of these? The problem with that is I lose a considerable amount of health. But then this has multicast. And I actually get one more diamond item back in. So this would be my health. I think I'm going to go for this. The problem is I do like the spices once I've cut all those bees. So maybe I do toss the Bee Hive. Just as a potential to pivot. If I pivot out of... I'm never pivoting out of double whammy, though. I think I'm kind of... And could I even just roll for Fort? Just because Fort is so good. And then gives me another multicast on the double whammy, which also seems interesting. Then I could play like Fort, double whammy, belt, spices, and one other item that I find later. I want to try that. I don't find Fort. I find a giant ice club. Which doesn't seem like it really gives anything to me here. When you buy a weapon, you gain 100 max health. Oh. Do I pivot into that? I can still sell this, maybe both of these, and buy that. I wouldn't be playing this. I would just be using it. I can't sell both of these to buy that, right? 14 puts me up to 50. Oh, I can. And then I can keep the Bee Hive so that I can keep making restorative Regal Blade stuff work. Go down to like 0 income, but I really get to scale my max health in a way that seems good. I think I like scaling my max health. It's a bummer to lose the spices. I also didn't go for the double enchant on that, but I'm into the double whammy, you know? I feel like maybe this can get outdone by armor and things like that. I could definitely still lose to an armor comp for sure, which is annoying. We sell this first. Then we sell this. Then we buy this. That gives me another bee to sell. Alright, now I've got to buy weapons, which seems tough too. What does this activate do when you buy a weapon? Or your weapons gain damage equal to this item's value? No, I think I just played these guys. But I also have to consider these options. So this is day 10, and these are all income guys. Whenever any non-weapon item is used, slow it for 2 seconds. That would be good for me. I am not using any non-weapons right now. Property Baron is your items have double value, and they've got the skyscraper, which is cool. And then Awakened District. Your shield items, when you use a large item, haste an item for 4 seconds. That's actually reasonable with the other thing.
Business partner who's as motivated as me.
Oh, haste an item. Yeah, haste an item. That's correct. I think the best option for me here is actually the skill of Boss Harrow. Whenever any non-weapon item is used, slow it for 2 seconds. Yeah, I think that's the best thing for me. All right.
You working for more? Let's find out.
I hope this is worth playing for. I think it is. Oh, they've got weak point detector. Cute. That would not have been a kill if I had the multicast on this, though that would have been a kill.
Tell your bosses.
Did not get to use the double whammy. I feel like I'm still potentially angling for fort. Upgrade an item. Oh. Double whammy, right? Or a gold tier skill. I think I just upgrade double whammy. That's kind of what I've been playing for. So I'm just double checking exactly what it does. It's going to go from 15 to 20%. So it's basically going to go up to, we'll say 2,900. So it hits for 5k. That is going to fall off. I will need to find more weapons. Gold tier skills could be interesting. I could actually put in Pig's Gym, and then I only have 4 items. So that could be a thing to grab a lot of cooldown. I'm going to go gold tier skills. I think there's other ways to upgrade my stuff. And I actually think I like lethargy too. I think that that stops a lot of the crazy combo builds by just slowing everything down. That I think it helps me more than it hurts me.
Thank you.
Heal and regen items. Artisan Dunes just to like pump up something barely. Guess I'll go heal and regen, and I'll buy a property. And a regen equal to double adjacent properties values. It's only properties. That's a bummer. I will always have... Oh, this is not diamond. I can't really even buy any of this stuff. Ointment could actually be crazy. It could still be crazy. Then I just like really, really work to build econ. But this makes me want to not build econ. This makes me want to sell. That would be good though, to just like have a huge healing ointment. Then every 5 seconds just fully heal up. I don't think I'm quite going to be able to make that work though. I think unfortunately I'm going to save my cash. If I could buy a cheap item for the Pig's Gym, maybe that's something I would do. Regen equal to the level. Gumballs when I don't have lemonade stand. No, it's just small items and look for small little weapons here. Yeah, I'm going to buy both of these, and I do still kind of like this. And then I could sell out of one of these to roll. I think I will. Yeah, it's a lot of value to find more small weapons here. I can find a piggy bank. It takes a lot to get value out of it, though, and I just need to be buying weapons, so I'm just going to buy this thing. Every weapon I buy is a nice amount of health. I am going to put back in the bees, though. And then this is what we're going for. Don't really think I improved that much here. 6.9, 15.6, but I'm hoping that lethargy against dually is a powerful thing, and I need to sell my weapons. Yeah, okay. This is embarrassing, but I'm just playing it because it's an additional 500 health, so it's an additional 1,000 health. So it's an additional 100, it's additional 300 damage.
Boring.
And 1,000 health. Alright, looks like Ignition Core. First aid and activating 3.9 seconds into the fight is pretty slow. They've also slowed me. but I'm good against burn builds. I think I am. I think burn builds are my specialty. Yeah, and double whammy kills. They don't kill me before I activate double whammy. They do only have one shot, one kill. Oh no, but they're playing two different weapons. Surely I get to activate my double whammy in time, right? Oh, you are kidding me. Wow. They burned through 15,000 health? That is crazy, and this never got to activate because of lethargy. Would have been interesting to see a world where it was able to activate, because since my opponent was hasting, the 30% was 50% less effective on them, because they were able to just haste through that for the most part after they got started. It did take them a little bit longer to get started up, but so did it for me. And I was so close. We can watch it again because of just how close it was. But unfortunately for today, that is going to be it for me. Maybe this time it'll be different. Let's see. Let's see if it can be a little bit different. But this Regal Blade activation came in so quick. The slow on this is really what wound up doing it. Because, like, look at right here. It looks so good. I get another slow, though. And then I get another slow. And ultimately, that is what puts me... Oh, and then one more slow. Yeah, puts me just out of reach. I don't know if you can see exactly how long a fight was. But assumingly, if this had, like, 6 seconds of slow, it was like a 20-second long fight. And I was just, like, 0.5 seconds off, maybe, if that even, probably less than that. But for today, unfortunately, that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.